What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Canaan Loop Road down in West Virginia. Oh, it is just absolutely beautiful through here, and I thought you guys needed to see it. I don't even know what I want to talk about, but I thought you guys needed to see it because it was gorgeous. Mr. E kicking up some rocks at me. What the hell? I told him and he was like, really? I was like, yeah, dude. Knobby tires, that's what they do. What do you think my headlight glass is all cracked? Hermit from Hermit's XR400 and Ure spraying me with freaking boulders. Oh, so a little bit of something that you people that follow the channel get a giggle out of. So I put out that video from Allegheny where I said Hermit's a vampire hermit, and he's gonna suck your blood, watch your toes, and all that. I haven't heard from him. Wouldn't you know? The day that video went live, I get a message from Mr. Hermit. I think he still secretly watches the channel and just doesn't want to tell me. So if you do, Mr. Hermit, hello, sir. I'll know if this video has 1 thumbs down. But I talked to him and Everride in the same day. Well, we have a group chat. So anyway, group chat popped up. I was asking them because as I mentioned in a previous video, I think the cam chain on Xena's needs to be adjusted. But it has a manual cam chain tensioner, and I gotta figure it out. I know Jake did an awesome video. If you guys are looking for information on that, you can check out Jake the Garden Snakes video. I'm just gonna go watch that and then do what he did, basically. That was nice of Mr. Ian slowing down for the fishermen. That's not dust them out. That's cool. But also, I think it's time for a new chain and sprockets because the chain is kind of binding up on a couple of links. Like it still obviously is working just fine. But when I cleaned it and oiled it to come out here, oh, that's pretty. When I cleaned it and oiled it to come out here, I noticed that it wasn't a couple of the links just weren't like super freely moving, and supposedly that's that's a good indicator, even if the sprockets are not worn, that chain either needs to come off and really get cleaned in kerosene, which I might try. First. Oh, excuse me, getting a little dust in my lungs. Which I might try first, but if it needs to be replaced, replace the chain and sprockets all at the same time. Jeez Louise. Yeah, so hopefully I can just clean it up real good in some kerosene. And I gotta figure out where to get kerosene first. But that is what the DRZ manual recommends. Clean the chain with kerosene, and then the DRZ manual actually says use heavyweight motor oil to lube it, which I think is kind of nuts. Like, sounds really messy. But I don't think I know anybody that actually does that. Of course, now that I said that, there's gonna be like 5 people that'll be like, I do that all the time. It's cheap. Cheaper than chain wax. Yes, you go. But this has just been a spectacular trip so far. I had no idea that West Virginia, they might hate that, I don't know, but that's always what I've called it. If West Virginia, I had no idea that West Virginia was like this. It's beautiful. I know that, since the camp host invited me to bring Stace and Hannah out, there's a lot of like waterfalls, and like Ian just showed me back there at Blackwater Falls, there's a really cool sledding hill where they have a magic carpet ride that'll drag you back uphill. I was like, man, Hannah would love that. She's like turning into the Daredevil kid now. She would love that. So yeah, I mean, that and all the nature stuff, I mean, sounds great. That would be a good trip for us to take. And we got a place to stay with some cool people. And that'll be that. That'd be cool. Alright guys, well, if we see some more cool stuff, I will definitely pick you back up. What's happening, guys? So, quick update on Xena. I was able to just jump her. So I pulled out this fuse that you guys pointed out, and it was fine. No problems whatsoever. So the Trail Tech that got water in it is just doing that. It's not actually, like, it's on. That's obviously displayed on the screen, but that's all it'll do. So I mean, I took this off and started digging in here a little bit, but there's nothing to look at in there. What I think I'm gonna do is just pull this off, and I wonder if the new Trail Tech just has the same clippy-doos, and just plug it in and have the new one, because that one is, I mean, I'm sure it's out of warranty, but it's served a good life. My question now is, the cheap-ass battery that I bought bad? And if so, how the hell did that happen? I wonder if it has a brake light. Where's the... What side's the brake on? I don't even know. No brake light. Interesting. Yeah, no brake light at all. Huh. What does that tell you? Obviously has power there. Obviously has power there. I wonder if I'm gonna have to take this sucker off and if there's something under there. Well, progress. She's running. I'm gonna let her run for a while and see if it charges up that battery any. I had it plugged into the, you know, there's her tender spot right there, and plugged into the Big Daddy tender. I got tenders everywhere. And it was just constantly on charging. It never went to storage. So that kind of leads me to believe that cheap ass battery is dead, and I need to just go back and buy another OEM battery. And because the old OEM battery lasted me from 2013 until 2020. I should have just bought an OEM battery instead of buying this cheap ass AGM battery. But anyway, yeah, if anybody has any ideas about the brake light, I don't really care about the brake light. I will ride it without it until I get it fixed. Because I'll just really be trailering it up to the National Forest and be on the trails. But yeah, let me know. Alright guys. Peace. What's happening, guys? Well, guess what? It was just a freaking bulb. Watch this. Woo! We got a brake light. We got a sticky situation down here though. Gonna have to get in there with a little some and clean that sucker out, because when I started her up, it was on full blast and I was like, oh no, that's not good. But then I kind of kicked this a little bit and it went back down. But with the front brake, it's fine. I wonder if that's why it got so hot, because it was stuck on or something. I don't know, but I'll get in there and clean it up. But hey, we've got power everywhere. Everything works. Turn signals are good. Look at that, still on the OEM turn signals. I did this the first ride that I did off-road, and I have never avoided spraying when power washing Xena. I've never avoided spraying in there. It's been fine. See the other side? Oh yeah. She works. They all work. Battery has been sitting here not on a tender for the last 48 hours. I'll just leave the turn signal on. Nah, I'm kidding. I should just leave it on. That's the dual sport way. But I also adjusted the manual cam chain tensioner, and she sounds stellar. Like clicking has gone down tremendously. The clicking is much quieter. I have yet to take her out on an extended ride, but I plan to do that tomorrow. The only time I really have to work on this kind of stuff, is like 1 o'clock in the morning after the baby's going to bed and is far asleep. But yeah, I sent a message into Trail Tech to see if the Voyager Pro has these same connectors, and I don't know. I might even be able to use this mount. From what I was looking at, this mount might work. So I mean, I actually might save a bunch of money just buying the unit itself. And if not, if it doesn't take the same connectors, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to buy another regular Voyager. They're like half the price. But I do like a couple of the features. The mapping is a lot better on the Voyager Pro. And it sucks so bad on the Voyager. I just don't even really use it at all. What I mainly used it for was tracking when we were at like a new campsite, just to make sure that we could get back to our campsite. I would set a waypoint and then track our trail, and that worked really well. But actually using it to kind of navigate any sort of trails was dismal at best. So yeah, it looks like the new one has kind of picked up the slack there quite a bit. I just wonder if it's compatible with the sensors from the regular Voyager, because I know the new Voyager Pro has a probe that actually sticks into the radiator instead of splicing the radiator hose, which the old one did. But yeah, hopefully, it's the same data. Hopefully that's not a big deal, and I can get the new one and have all the shiny fancy toys. Adjusted her chain. I think it's time for a new chain and sprockets. The sprockets aren't worn out, but the chain has just seen better days, and it's got like some super duper grub up in there. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it worth it to take the chain completely off and clean it in kerosene, like with a brush and stuff, or is it worth it to just spend the money and get a new chain and sprocket set and call it good? I changed them in like 2015, and what I'm noticing is there's a few spots on the chain where it's it's starting to bind a little bit if it's not lubed and cleaned really well. I'm wondering if taking it off, getting some kerosene, and really going after it with a brush would fix it, or if that's even worth it. But I have never had to deal with that so far. But yeah, I'm excited to get her out and test her out. And I'll keep you guys updated on what I do with Speedo. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm super stoked that nothing was super broken. Electrical gremlins in motorcycles are a freaking nightmare. And I've heard plenty of horror stories, and I was like, please don't let me have one of those. But yeah, I'm happy as a clam. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.